You know, I'm out for a walk here on a lovely, dreary day, as it tends to be around here. And I wanted to talk with you guys about something. So I recently did that video on the new German Blu Ray set and basically how awesome it is, right? They nailed pretty much every detail. They've got all the original music back in place. You know, the 2-hour episodes are all the episodes are uncut, really, not just the 2-hour ones. They even reconstructed or found the original 1-episode only intro for Night of the Drones, which was really cool. The only detail I found, so far at least, that doesn't match the original NBC airings is Goliath. So when Goliath was originally on NBC, they played a 1-minute teaser in front of the opening intro.
And now, there's double trouble for Michael and KITT on the special 2-hour season premiere of Knight Rider.
Here we go!
Out of the shadows of hatred comes a madman bent on revenge.
The guy looks just like me.
Michael must face his evil twin in a duel to the death because the highways aren't big enough for both of them.
Mark my words, Michael Knight will die.
His weapon is the supersonic truck of the future, programmed to destroy.
You see what I see? Meet Goliath.
It's enormous. Michael, the vehicle in question is armored with my protective shell.
It's the biggest, baddest truck in the world, and it wants to turn KITT into a compact car.
That brute. That miserable mechanical masher.
Goliath is the key to a deadly plot to rule the world, and only Michael can stop it.
Surely you're not planning to go nose to nose with that behemoth.
Who will survive the ultimate heavy metal showdown?
That's a real good question.
Hold on for the 2-hour season premiere of Knight Rider.
Similar to the teasers they played in front of every other episode, but this was a special one. And they played it for both of NBC's airings. So Goliath aired twice on NBC, and the original airing and the rerun both had this 1-minute teaser. But during the Columbia House releases of the VHS tapes back in the 90s, the DVD releases, the Blu-ray releases, and yes, even this current Blu-ray release, there's a 30-second teaser, a more generic one that was never aired with NBC. Now we have a copy of the original NBC 1-minute trailer or teaser for this episode, but it's sourced from a VHS tape, and you know, it's not necessarily the greatest condition. But now with, you know, the advent of Blu-ray technology and even 4K technology, we decided to reconstruct this NBC teaser for you guys as a complement to the awesome Blu-ray set. So let's take a look and show you a little bit of the process of kind of putting that together, and then we'll reveal this awesome restored 4K version of the original NBC Goliath teaser. And before you ask, yes, I'm walking in circles. That's not 5 trailers, that's the same one I keep walking behind. So in our video editor, the very first thing we did was bring in the original NBC promo. And really step one was going through the promo and doing a cut every time the scene changed. So if we hit play here, we can see we got KITT's scanner. So really it's down to, let's find the scene there, right there. So it switched over. So right here, we're going to do a slice. Okay, so that gives us our first piece. Then we'll come in here and we'll do our next piece right there, okay? And so on and so forth. All right, so after we pulled in the NBC version, then it was time to pull in our clean, upscaled 4K copy of Goliath. Now, where did we get a 4K copy? Well, that's easy. We got it from our friend Adam Kidwell. We mentioned him in a previous video. He runs a company called Promethean Digital, and he upscaled from the Blu-ray set. He upscaled Goliath to 4K, which is just totally awesome. So we brought the whole episode in, and then basically we went through and parsed out the pieces of that episode that appear in this trailer. All right, so just for time's sake and simplicity's sake, here's the chunk. So let's work on this scanner piece. All right, so we've got the scanner here. We're going to move these pieces kind of out of the way for now. So let's take a look. So we've got the scanner. All right, so that's all it is, simple swooping, second and a half of the scanner swooping. So what I started with is, let's take a look at the scanner. So the very first frame we see a close-up of the scanner. We see the second bulb in starting to trail off to the driver's side. All right, so then we went down here, and here's our footage, right? So let's back up. And what do we see? Right about there. So we're going to do a slice. Delete. All right, so then I'm just going to line it up and trim it. All right, so just like that, we've got most likely our correct scanner footage. So let's just take a look and see. All right, so let's play this. Looks pretty good to me. So there's our first segment done. Oops, I think I shortchanged that a little. There we go. All right, so then it's simply a matter of rinse and repeat, right? Do that for this entire 1 minute clip. Now, there's a couple interesting things about this trailer. Two interesting things. First of all, you can see here we've got a couple seconds where we've got some text at the bottom. So we're going to have to recreate that. And then we also have this. There's this second section right here where Michael says, "Here we go," which actually does not appear in the final episode. That did not appear in the episode. All the other scenes in this trailer do appear in the episode, just not that one. And so because of that, because this one scene is not in the final trailer, I originally thought about replacing it with another scene, but that just wouldn't be true to what was aired. So we're going to leave this 1 second clip of Michael saying "here we go" in its, VHS quality, surrounded the rest by the 4K. There's really not much we can do unless one day this footage, shows up somewhere, which hopefully it will. Okay, so fast forward, and we've recreated all of the various segments of this teaser, as you can see. It was a little time-consuming, but not too bad, to be honest. It helps whenever you have such an intimate knowledge of these episodes that you know exactly where to go to in the episode to pull out the clip you need. So that part really didn't take too long at all. So the next thing is to recreate the text that we showed you on, this scene right here, this 2-hour season premiere Knight Rider text. So I called up my good buddy, Nick Nugent, the font king, and asked him what the font was, and he knew instantly without even looking anything up, which was totally awesome. So we downloaded the font and got it loaded here. And what I did was, once I got everything typed out, and then I sized it, I laid it on top of the original frame here and sized it all up as best as I could. And when I did that, so there we go. We got a really, really close approximation of the font and the wording that was here. So then I simply matched up frame by frame where the text started, where it ended, and there was a wipe from left to right. So we turned the wipe on there, and there we go. Here we go. There we go. So that's really all there was to it to recreate this teaser trailer. So what I want to do now is, before I unveil the full screen version, let's run old versus new side by side, and then at the very end we'll do the full screen premiere of the restored 4K NBC Goliath trailer.
And now, there's double trouble for Michael and KITT on the special 2-hour season premiere of Knight Rider.
Here we go!
Out of the shadows of hatred comes a madman bent on revenge.
The guy looks just like me.
Michael must face his evil twin in a duel to the death, because the highways aren't big enough for both of them.
Mark my words, Michael Knight will die.
His weapon is the supersonic truck of the future, programmed to destroy.
You see what I see? Meet Goliath.
It's enormous. Michael, the vehicle in question is armored with my protective shell.
It's the biggest, baddest truck in the world, and it wants to turn KITT into a compact car.
That brute. That miserable mechanical masher.
Goliath is the key to a deadly plot to rule the world, and only Michael can stop it.
Surely you're not planning to go nose to nose with that behemoth.
Who will survive the ultimate heavy metal showdown?
That's a real good question.
Hold on for the 2-hour season premiere of Knight Rider.
If you guys like this, let me know. I'm interested in restoring all of the vintage NBC promos as much as we can. So is this something that we should do, and we'll document it on this channel? Let us know.
And now, there's double trouble for Michael and KITT on the special 2-hour season premiere of Knight Rider.
Here we go!
Out of the shadows of hatred comes a madman bent on revenge.
The guy looks just like me.
Michael must face his evil twin in a duel to the death, because the highways aren't big enough for both of them.
Mark my words, Michael Knight will die.
His weapon is the supersonic truck of the future, programmed to destroy.
You see what I see? Meet Goliath.
It's enormous. Michael, the vehicle in question is armored with my protective shell.
It's the biggest, baddest truck in the world, and it wants to turn KITT into a compact car.
That brute. That miserable mechanical masher.
Goliath is the key to a deadly plot to rule the world, and only Michael can stop it.
Surely you're not planning to go nose to nose with that behemoth.
Who will survive the ultimate heavy metal showdown?
That's a real good question.
Hold on for the 2-hour season premiere of Knight Rider.